right,
dropping particles out of their mouth into people's surgeries.
No,
We're so susceptible to manipulation, and that's what's really scary about the time that we're living in, because we have so much access to information, but yet so many people are willing to put the blinders on and go full steam ahead with whatever their team wants. You know, like there was this ridiculous video the other day, comics for Kamala.
Now,
oh,
Joe Rogan just made a serious. I don't even think he understood how much foreshadowing he was doing when he just made that statement. Okay, because Joe Rogan is getting dragged on Twitter online for simply having his own mind. Okay, we're gonna get into it.
Did you see that?
I know what I saw. White men for Kamala. Was that it?
There's the white dudes for
white dudes
Kamala.
for
This is all
Kamala.
organized, by the way. And there was a Twitch streamer, like one of the big time Twitch streamers, one of the big guys, who read out what they were offering him. They were offering him money to advocate for Kamala Harris online. He's like, I am not fucking doing this. And so he's like reading this thing where they're offering money. They're literally paying for astroturfing.
Yeah. The most egregious thing I've seen recently, you know, after everything of the past 8 years, 9 years, it's hard to get pissed off genuinely anymore. But is now all the left people saying that Trump is afraid to debate Trump, or that Trump is afraid to debate Kamala. And I saw this meme of Trump as like the cowardly lion. Everyone's like, he's never going to show up. It's like you said the exact same thing about Biden, the exact same thing. And Trump went.
Okay. And believe me, he will get to the part of the clip that apparently this is from, I think, 2 days ago, depending on when you're watching this, obviously, right? But the part of the clip that I don't think he realized he was going to get this crazy backlash for, the part about Trump being afraid to debate Kamala. Trump did do too much with that. I'm not debating. I am debating. They're going back and forth. The Trump campaign, I don't know what's been going on with it lately. It is just lackluster. It's just like blah, blah. It really is very blah. We'll get into that too.
And in there and just like, like it was, oh man, the guy who got shot in the face like 2 days ago and said, fight, is scared to debate Kamala.
Yeah, it seems ridiculous, but you know, that's just what they do. That's politics. They do it on the left. They do it on the right. They gaslight you. They manipulate you. They promote narratives. And
he's right about that. He is right about that.
The only one who's not doing that is Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
You a fan?
Yeah, I am a fan. Yeah, he's the only one that makes sense to me. He's the only one that he doesn't attack people. He attacks actions and ideas, but he's much more reasonable and intelligent. I mean, the guy was an environmental attorney and cleaned up.
And that's all it took, right? That is all it took for the internet to go crazy. I personally don't think that was even an endorsement for Robert F. Kennedy. It's funny because when I watched this clip, because I did watch this clip before when it kind of like first came out, but I was looking for something else. But I didn't even think twice about this. He was like, the only one who doesn't do it, you know, is Robert F. Kennedy. The guy asked him, are you a fan? He says it makes sense to him, right? That's it. All he said is that it makes sense to him. So to me, I don't think that was necessarily an endorsement. He's just saying like, well, he doesn't get involved with the back and forth with the, with the political theater. Now, by the way, guys, if you like these clips, guys, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button, please. Thank you so much. And the notification bell. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers, guys. I really would like to get up to 1,000 subscribers, y'all. Thank you so much. Now, coming back to it. Now, even if he did endorse Robert F. Kennedy, that would be his business if he did that. But when I tell you that these people lost their mind on Twitter, I thought it was the most insane thing. And I'm going to show you some of these tweets. I was just like, this is almost making me like, it just got ridiculous for me. Like, it really did get ridiculous for me. I mean, the fact that we even went into the whole Rogan endorses RFK Jr. over Trump, Harris. Joe Rogan endorsement of RFK Jr. for the 2024 presidential election has sparked range of reactions from social media. See, now he's answering, right? So, okay, good. So this is now, obviously, like when I was first looking at this, he didn't answer to this yet. This is now 7 hours ago. He did answer. And so what happened? Colin Rugg puts, happening now. Right-wing X is shredding Joe Rogan for endorsing Robert J. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. during his podcast to claim Joe Rogan endorsed Robert F. Kennedy Jr. for president. What Joe said, okay, they promote narrative. So then he says the same thing that basically I'm saying, which I would have said that's kind of weird for Colin to be putting words in Joe Rogan's mouth. But Joe Rogan said, for the record, this isn't an endorsement. This is just me saying I like RFK Jr. as a person. And I really appreciate the way he discusses things with civility and intelligence. I think we could use more of that in this world. I also don't think Trump raising his fist saying fight after getting shot is one of the most American effing things of all time. I'm not the guy to get political information from. If you want that from a comic, go to Dave Smith on. He actually knows what he's talking about. That's adorable. I love that he endorsed Dave Smith. Dave Smith is the bomb. And so then they're still going after him. He's like, most people don't actually care about your endorsement. We want you to have Trump on your platform. I actually follow Johnny Maca. President Trump is the GOAT. The dude took a bullet to the face, got up and said, fight warrior. Like, why y'all getting so mad? RFK Jr. wasn't very civil or intelligent when he decided to throw 130 moms under the bus. Yeah, he did come after Moms for Liberty. And I was going to say, he's not. Joe, have all three candidates on. Just have all three of them back to back, or better yet, host a debate between two or three of them. If you want, add RFK. You get more views than Fox or any of these mainstream media, which is true. Okay, so Myron coming through with something that makes sense. Why can't you just have an opinion, including endorsing anyone? Kamala, Trump, RFK, without such a dramatic attack by support? Yeah, it was dramatic. Like, this isn't even the half of it. Like, they're still like, come on, D-Day Cobra, like, Gross and Ball support Trump, end of discussion. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. And I'm like, why is this man from? Okay, y'all. Like, seriously? Okay. And don't get me wrong, right? Like, okay, great. He doesn't have to do Trump. It's just like, it's Trump or bust Joe. Like, they are still on him about Donald Trump is the only person that can save America. No, we are the only people who can save America. This is why with the Trump, like all the Trump stuff or whatever, I don't really get into it anymore. Like, because I think I said to you guys, with his campaign, first of all, his campaign's been very lackluster. He does talk about still going to war. There's certain things I have questions about with Trump. Trump doesn't sound the same to me like he did in 2020. I can't say 2016. I could actually say 2016 because I've gone back and I've looked. And Trump used to sound different, right? So I'm over here too, like, yo, what's been going on with Trump? But for it to get like this, I mean, it got to the point where then you had Tim Pool, who was like, the cringiest thing imaginable right now is MAGA diehards ishing on Joe Rogan, make more enemies, burn bridges. And Tim isn't saying anything different than he said about the DeSantis campaign, because they used to do the same thing too. Brendan Dilley. Tim, you're the exact same kind of oosie as Joe Rogan. Sit this one out, you effing girl. And then somebody put, the cringiest thing imaginable right now is the podcast bros, diehard fence riders, simply for burning bro Joe Rogan, who literally just endorsed widow RFK Jr., but he didn't, and refuses to interview Trump and pretend he's somehow on our side. Speaking of burning bridges, see, but that's the thing. Y'all all sit here and y'all do this thing about burning, about on our side and everything. And then let me see, Aaron. I know she said, he still has a huge liberal audience. It's not even just that. He just said he liked the guy, right? Like, Rogan is gutless politically, less than 100 days before most consequential election of our lifetime, and he's picking safe candidate as to not piss off the liberal base. Is Trump or communism that simple? I'm not really sure anymore. I'm not, because I know who runs our. We have a deep state. We have an Israel lobby. Yes, we do. How long are we going to pretend like this is a fake thing? I mean, hey, I don't like the squad, right? I'm not a squad girl ever. But at the same time, AIPAC said they're going to get rid of the squad, and they have started to get rid of the squad. This is for a nation outside of your country. Like, I'm not even going to sugarcoat this anymore, right? I mean, and literally, you have right now, as I'm making this video, Israeli U.S. forces ambushed in Yemen. yes, we are being attacked we're being attacked in Yemen, we're being attacked in Iraq, we're being attacked in Syria. Why? For wars for Israel, right? Or wars that we have nothing to do. If you don't want to even believe it's for Israel, why are we still in Iraq and Yemen? Why are your troops not home? Our troops are still out there dying out there in the Middle East. For what? These are human bodies. Like, why? What are we doing? What is this country becoming? So some people are still on the fence, because guess what? I'm not hearing anything from anybody that's impressing me anymore. I'm almost at the point where I wonder if I believe in this country, like in all of this voting. I have to be careful. But it's like, come on. This is the mercenaries who were attacked over. Why do we have mercenaries? But it's not just mercenaries. I have it here with the Middle East Spectator. Breaking, there are casualties as a result of Islamic resistance drone attack on the U.S. base. Why is nobody talking? The U.S. occupation is still on fire following the attack. This is in Iraq, okay? In Iraq. Why are we there? None of these candidates want to talk about, stopping these wars. Like, yes, Trump talked about, I'm going to end the war in Ukraine, which I don't even hear him saying anymore as much, whatever, but would never say Israel needs to stop, right? We literally today just gave $3.5 billion worth of military equipment to Israel, right? So we are involved in their war. And it costs the American citizen under inflation and everything else. So I'm not really, I'm not sitting here necessarily that impressed with with our candidates, to the point where I need to get so worked up about Joe Rogan, who's about to pick RFK. Now, I will say this, that I would never pick RFK. Like, I wouldn't. Like, he wrote the Anthony Fauci book and everything, and don't get me wrong, like, he was good for that. But this guy would have us on energy rations. I'm not here for it. I don't live in Haiti. This is America. If I pay my bills, I want to use the lights as long as I need to. Okay? And that's a fact. I don't have time for this. Okay? I want normalcy. I want balance. I want sovereign nation. I want troops defending my borders instead of everybody else's borders. How about that? I mean, is that too much to ask for? And right now, I'm not hearing that from anybody. But people are tripping out here just because the man had a conversation. And people are losing their minds. You see, like, the holding on to again of, we got to have Trump to save the country. No, you better wake up. This is what's going to happen. If Trump gets elected, all of these people who say that, they're going to get lazy and they'll stop paying attention to what's really going on in the country. I already know. So yes, the country needs to be fixed. It needs to be something by the people. Period. One man can't do it. How far deep we are in, one man can't do it. That's it, and that's all. But this behavior is very, very unbecoming. I'll see you guys at the next one.